Hello freelancers, and welcome to my first Anthem lore video. I've always been a person who enjoys story and lore in video games, and Anthem has a lot of it. I can see the potential they laid out after completing the story, explaining or exploring free play, and talking to the people at Fort Tarsus, and reading through the library entries. The background video portion of this, while I talk about lore, will be a little bare bones for now. I'm still getting into recording and editing videos for YouTube, and I'm currently looking for good editing software, so I'm trying out different things. However, I'm guessing that you're mostly here just to hear about the lore, so I'll do my best to satisfy that. Bastion is such a fascinating place, and everything I've seen makes me want to learn more. The topic I'm most curious about at the moment is the relationship between Shapers and the Anthem of Creation. In this video, I want to go over what we know and speculation of what might have happened to leave Bastion in its current state. Now, let's get on with it, starting with the Anthem of Creation. So what is the Anthem of Creation? The Anthem of Creation is classified as the source of pure creation the Shapers use to create the world. Put simply, this is the life force of the world and exists everywhere, similar to the Force in Star Wars. Unlike the Force, though, nobody but the Shapers have been able to harness its power, and even they had trouble. It also is believed that the Anthem has existed since the beginning of time, meaning even before the Shapers, or at the very least, at the same time. It is important to note that the Anthem, as the name suggests, is like a song. Ciphers that have a strong connection to the Anthem describe it as if they are hearing music playing, and it beckons them. There is more evidence of this from the Shaper relics that become overwhelmed. When this happens, the Anthem gets louder, more intense, and the only way to stop it is to silence the song, and returning the echoes that escape those relics. Now is a good time to talk about the Shapers and how the world was forever impacted by them. Who are the Shapers? Shapers is the collective name humanity has given to the creators of the world. All details, however, are only guesses, and the actual number is unknown. For all we know, there could only be one Shaper. It is believed that the Shapers used the Anthem to create the world of Bastion and everything that exists on it, including humans. The problem is that they had to suddenly abandon their creation and left the world unfinished. Before I go over my speculation on why they left, let me explain a little more about their relics and attempts to harness the power of the Anthem. Shaper relics are instruments left behind by the Shapers and are believed to be the tools they used to create the world. Evidence of this is shown when the Anthem overwhelms a relic. When this happens, fragments of the relic break, which can sometimes cause a cataclysm. This can usually be fixed by returning the fragments. A cataclysm is like an extremely unpredictable and violent storm. Many bizarre things have been known to come from cataclysms, including new wildlife coming into existence and strange natural occurrences, such as a backwards flowing waterfall. Echoes are those glowing balls of energy, and can sometimes be found around active Shaper relics. Returning these to the relics can silence them and stop cataclysms from occurring as well. There are those that attempt to control and understand Shaper relics, but this is a foolish endeavor. If the Shapers themselves could not control the Anthem with their relics, how can we fare much better? Why couldn't the Shapers harness the Anthem, and why did they leave? For these questions, I'd like to turn to the traditional spiritual that speaks of the Shapers and the Anthem. Oh, when did the world start singing? Who brought forth the song? Did the Shapers write the music, or did they just sing along? Why did their choirs so suddenly abandon all they made? Did they choose to leave their instruments, or were they just mislaid? Mothers, won't you sing to us? Teach us how to play. Fathers, take us in your arms, and hum to us the way. The Anthem of Creation lives within us all. Will you sing your melody? Will you hear its call? This song is a series of questions I and many others wonder. The first I wonder about is the second line of the song. Did the Shapers write the music, or did they just sing along? The Anthem is believed to have always existed, so did the Shapers also exist at the same time or before? Humanity doesn't know when either existed, so it is possible the Shapers came first and developed the Anthem. It is also possible that the Anthem created the Shapers, who then created this world. These are questions we may never know the answers to unless the Shapers ever return. The last question I wanted to go over comes from the very next line. Why did their choir abandon all they made? It is this question that most people should wonder and worry about. Why did they leave? What caused the Shapers, to a supposedly supreme and all-powerful entity, just up and leave the world unfinished? It is possible that since they could not control the Anthem as they hoped, that they just gave up and left. However, there is a more ominous and terrifying thought. What if something forced them to leave suddenly? What if the Shapers feared something or were being hunted? If this theory is true, we should shift our thinking from what happened to the Shapers to what could possibly be that powerful or frightening to make the Shapers leave. Well, I hope you enjoyed this first peek into the Anthem's lore and a more in-depth. I'll be doing more in-depth topics into the future, specifically about the Legion of Dawn and its members. I currently think the game has great potential in terms of story and lore, and I look forward to BioWare hopefully improving on it. And again, this was my first lore video, and I was experimenting with some different editing software, so let me know how that turned out. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like and subscribe for future content. And thanks for watching.